What up? What up, Black Suburban Dad here. Yes, I am here, the man with more flaws than IKEA furniture, the man with the most flaws in the game, and like I said, I'm gonna wear that shit as a badge of honor. So today, because if you haven't heard my videos or if you've listened to my videos before, I got to keep drilling this into your head because age gap dating is the only way forward. Now, I'm going to continuously stay on this topic because I believe in it so much. It's really embedded in my heart, and I really genuinely believe that this is one of the only ways forward, along with arranged marriages, which isn't a thing that America really has anymore. I think back in the day, maybe in like George Washington day, maybe they had they did have arranged marriages, and it was also to help out the families. You know, you don't want to put status. You don't want to put a family with a status as high as like presidential with like a freaking vagabond slave. That's not going to work out, right?
Nope.
No. So you want to keep families that have kind of like the same amount of goods, resources, and you want to put that husband and you want to put that son and that daughter together. So it not only helps them out, but it helps the family out. And that's what arranged marriages were about, man. It was helping everybody. And that's how you grow these groups. So you say, black families, they don't have the lineage, they don't have the resources, or they don't have the property, the land that the white people have. Well, that's what these white people were doing. If that's what you're so concerned about, you're so concerned about the white man, well, you should do as they do. But that's what they were doing. They were doing arranged marriages back in the day, which pretty much keeps both of the families wealthy. It keeps both of the families with resources. If black families were to do the same thing back in the day, you take one family who has decent resources, the other family who has decent resources, take that son and that daughter, put them together, and not only helps out them, but everybody can prosper. Their kids, it'll just keep trickling down. And that's how you get that trickle down effect where you say, properties are passed down, all resources are passed down, wealth is passed down. That's how it happens. And that's why I say that arranged marriages are the way forward. If we want to get out of this, look, one of the reasons why I say arranged marriages are the way forward, because look, man, it's the 2080 rule. I think it's the 2080 rule. I'm not going to describe it right now or go into details about it, but pretty much if you let a woman pick who she wants to be with, and that has been prevalent, like this been happening ever since all these dating sites been coming out. If you let a woman pick who she wants to be with, well, she's going to be picking. All women are going to pick from the same group of 20% of the men out there. So all the other guys out there that could have resources, could be building their life, they're just not going to get the woman at all. The woman's not going to pick them. And now we're in the generation of letting the woman, my body, my choice, and all this other stuff. The woman has the choice to go out there and just pick whoever she wants to, which is leading to a bunch of single women out there because they're going to go and pick Chad, who's on a level 10, level 9 to 10. Chad's going to clap.
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams.
She's going to let Chad clap because Chad don't give a F. He's going to clap anyway. He just want to get that snappy, nappy dugout. He want to get that juicy fruit, okay? He want to get that sweet, gushy berry, and it doesn't matter. He just want to bust that. He want to fire off. So she's going to go and get Chad. Chad's going to clap, right? Now she's going to think, oh, snap, he just hit me. So now I think that's my level. Now I can get any guy that's a 10.
Nope.
No, it's not going to happen, okay? You just happen to have a lucky night. And Chad, like I said, he's going to clap anything. So that's what it's leading to, man. It's leading women to be delusional about who they can actually be with. You should actually get somebody who's a plumber, who's a garbage man. Somebody, if you're a woman that's like a level 6, you should get a guy that's a plumber, garbage man, carpenter. These guys can have their own businesses. These guys, whether you know it or not, they could be ringing in $170,000, $140,000, $190,000 a year, but you're overlooking those guys because you want the Chad guy that's working in IT or who's working in an office somewhere, and he's actually making less than that garbage man, plumber, carpenter. And the garbage man, plumber, carpenter, he actually is in a union, so he's got pension, he's got benefits. Okay, so if you guys had kids or anything like that, he's got enough medical benefits where your kid's going, just say little Jimmy, he's playing football, he breaks his arm. Ow, mommy, I broke my arm. You take his little ass into the hospital. Guess what? With those pensions, I mean not with the pension, but with those union benefits, you only be paying $150 out of pocket until that surgery bill comes in. But that's going to be wildly cut. Okay, it's going to be not only sliced in half, you'll probably only pay like a quarter of that surgery bill. Or you'll pay your deductible up to $2,000 per year, and then when he goes and breaks the other arm, ow, mommy, I broke my other arm. You're like, God damn it, Johnny, what are you doing? You don't worry about it, because now you're not going to have to pay as much anymore. When you got that Chad, you take your little kid, break his damn neck, crack like that, you take him into the hospital, well, his medical benefits aren't as good because he doesn't have those union benefits. I'm just saying, man. Just saying. Can you tell I was a little hyped about that? Can you tell? So anyway, if we let women choose who they want to be with, they're only going to choose from a pool of 20% of guys, and that's not going to work out. That's why I say arranged marriages. You have to put these women with who you think they're best with, because women are not going to make their best choice, okay? They don't make the best choices out here. Trust me, I know. I can bring up one situation where I will not talk about this on the internet, but that shit is insane. And it was something that actually affected me personally. It affected me personally, and trust me, I know this person very well. And I'll just leave it at that. But that was a case of that woman she made a horrible decision. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, Bradesky, like, you can't see what's going on here? Anyway, look, I got involved in it anyway, so that makes me a dumbass. But anyway, look, man, women, they are not going to choose the best guys. Look, you know something? They're not going to choose the best guys. I had this story pulled up here. Let me go to this story real quick. And this is unplanned right here. How women aren't going to choose the best guys. Let's go to this right here. Let's go to this story right here. This is unplanned. Let's go. Rock and roll. Here it is. 4K OLED in your motherfucking face. How women don't make the best decisions. Okay? Take it away.
Killer Maxwell Anderson and Shonda Robinson together before prosecutors say Anderson killed her after a first date. The state showed these videos in court to piece together the timeline of that night. Anderson has pleaded not guilty. Also, an undocumented Milwaukee man is charged with writing threatening letters about President Trump. And
okay, we don't want to hear none of that. Of course they're going to talk about Trump, but let me see. Look at this guy. That's a black woman. Would you consider this guy a Chad? He might be a Chad right there. And that was a black woman, because I can't get black women, but Chad could definitely be clapping.
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams.
Chad, you taking our women. Go ahead. Whatever, bro. But look, he just sit up here and he just deleted her ass. And this ain't funny, man. This is not funny at all. But she chose him. She was like, oh, he probably got the boat. He's got the Dockers. He looked like he wear Dockers, too. So he's got the Dockers. He's got the polo shirt with the logo on it, a little polo logo. He's got the little box haircut. He looks like a good, clean white man. And she went out with him, and guess what? You know what I'm saying? So she didn't make the best decision, man. I'm just saying. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. Okay, and that's a story that's actually going on right now in the news. How this guy, and I think he actually dismembered her, which is terrible. I mean, man, imagine getting that kind of news. Yeah, he actually dismembered her, I think. And I think pieces of her started washing up on the shore. It's a crazy story, man. It's a very crazy story. So, yeah, that's what happens. That's why I think arranged marriages are the way forward, because women don't make the best decisions on who they want to choose as a mate. I would be better off choosing for a woman than her choosing for herself. And I guarantee you, if I chose for her, even though she might be tempted to cheat or whatever, that shit might just happen naturally anyway. Even if she's with the guy that she would choose, the 20% pull of guy that she would actually choose, even if she chose him for herself, she would probably cheat on him. But I could sit from the outside looking in, and I could tell you that this woman should be with that guy. That guy should be with this woman. Put them together. They can be prosperous for the family, for the kids, and they'll have a great life, man. And maybe not a great life, but they'll have a good life, okay? And that's all we're looking for out here. You can be happy, man. I'm telling you, man. So, But yeah, that's my whole thing on arranged marriages. And now we're gonna get into this email real quick. And age gap dating, man. I'm telling you, age gap dating. I can't date a girl that's my age. I mean, we can have fun.
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams.
But like seriously dating, I don't think so. That ain't gonna happen. I need age gap, okay? And yeah, I definitely have, there's people on my radar right now. One person in particular, Aries, on my radar right now. But anyway, this ain't about me. Let me see. Our 43-year age gap story. Now, this looks like it's going to be a damn good story. Now, this guy looked like the Spurs, the San Antonio Spurs ex-head coach, Greg Popovich. This might be Greg Popovich right here. He got him a nice little thing. And she's probably weighing in about 120 pounds at the most. I mean, you don't get no better than that. She's probably about 5 foot. She might be a little taller. She might be about 5'7", 120 pounds. I mean, give her the. Actually, you know something? Let me. I gotta give her more. Give it up. Give it up to Miss Greg Popovich right here. Okay, let's see. It says, hello, age gap relationship. I'm Emma. That's a good white name. Good, clean white name. I'm Emma, 21, and married to Marco. Hey, what's up with Marco? That's a good, clean white man name, who is 43 years elder to me. Holy smokes. Look, man, I tell you to do age gap dating, okay? I told you I wholeheartedly believe in age gap dating. Like me personally, I'll just talk about myself real quick. I'm an older guy. I'm not that old, but I'm an older guy, and I have a shitload of energy. I don't know where this energy comes from. I have no gray hairs. I got a lot of energy. I don't know where this shit comes from. But, like, somebody my age cannot keep up with me. I need somebody half my age. -2. Yeah, so half my age -2 to keep up with me. But look. I agree in age gap dating. I push that out into the ether. I want you guys to age gap date. I didn't say do all this. 43 years, age different. I ain't say do all this, okay? But look, if you like it, I love it. Let's see. And while that's not always easy for others to understand, obviously, but for us, is a relationship, a marriage, a family, 10-month-old that goes far beyond age. Okay, so I guess they got a 10-month-old. So he'd have loaded this girl up. Okay, he'd have filled her up with premium octane, and she'd have spit out a little Marco. I was born in Italy, but my parents are originally from Ireland. Okay, that's the good, clean white part. And they moved to Italy before I was born. And recently, Marco and I moved back to Ireland to be closer to my extended family. Having that support has been really important for us, especially now with our 10-month-old. Yep, they got a 10-month-old. He definitely filled her up with premium unleaded.
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams.
I've always been very open with my parents. So when I started having feelings for Marco, I shared everything with them honestly. I helped that I think she said, I hope. She said, I helped. I hope that my parents themselves were in an age gap relationship so they understood more than most. At first, they were understandably cautious as the age gap is big. No crap. That's a huge age gap. But like I said, if you like it, I love it. After all, but over time, they came to accept him. They saw how kind, steady, and genuine supportive he was of me and my passion for pottery. Yes, pottery. Who does that nowadays? Nobody.
Nope.
They saw a person who truly nurtured my interest in the craft. You know something, man? So this is really a good, clean white girl, man. If she's doing pottery, you take her ass to Pottery Barn, she can be like, you spend $180 at Pottery Barn. Pottery Barn for her. You already know it's an aphrodisiac.
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams.
She's gonna be come out ready to go. I mean, bro, like you can look at her when she leave Pottery Barn. She can look like her water just broke. You be like, babe, she could be ready to go. So yeah, this actually. Good. She seems like a good, wholesome girl. and she probably actually really loves this guy. And real love is going by the wayside nowadays. All people care about now is damn money. Can I have some monies? That's all they care about. So this is what I say about age gap, man. Like, I agree with age gap. I push age gap. And I think I'll show it in this video. There's a way that you do age gap, and there's a way that you don't do age gap. Only if you're doing it seriously. I'll get into that. Well, look, if you're doing it seriously, don't just lead with your money. If you're doing it just to play around, you can lead with your money. And there's a difference, because when you lead with your money, yeah, it's getting you in the door. It's getting you in the door, but then you have to vet the girl, see what she's talking about. If all she's talking about is shopping and money and all this other stuff, well, she might not be a good candidate to actually take serious. But if you lead with your money just to get you in the door as an older man, if she figure out, oh, this guy's a good guy, and she's not even really bringing up money, she's talking about you, your experiences. She want to know what you did in your day, and you guys are having good, genuine conversation. Now she actually might be a good candidate for somebody that you want to push a marriage with, actually push a serious relationship with. So it's things like this. You can use your money to get into the door. I've did it before. I continuously do it now. But it's the conversations after that you have to look out for. Is this girl just using me for my money?
She's using you for your money. Let her use me for my money. Yes. Let her use me for my money.
Or did she notice that? Because they notice that you use your money to get in the door. They notice that, okay? But does she notice that? And then she's like, hey, you know something? This guy's actually a really cool guy. He's somebody I could actually see having a relationship with, being emotionally intelligent. He's got the energy. He's got the strength. He's a leader. Some girls are just looking for that. And the money is the thing that actually is kind of like the backbone. It's the foundation of it. Maybe I said that wrong, but it's kind of the foundation of it. Not the foundation, but it'll help keep everything together, because she knows that she has the support of you financially and mentally, physically, everything, emotionally. So money just helps. It's kind of like a glue that helps bind along with everything else. So it's not the foundation, but it's a glue that helps bind it together. She knows that it's there. I hope I explained that pretty damn good. I think I did. I've always been very open with my parents, so when I started having feelings for Marco, I shared everything with them honestly. It helped that my parents themselves were in an age gap relationship, so they understood more. Wait, I already read that. But over time, they came to accept him. They saw how kind, steady, genuine. Didn't I read that? Okay, yeah, she liked Pottery Barn. Okay, we met a long time back. I've loved pottery from a young age, and Marco is a ceramic artist in our small Italian town. I'd often run to his studio just to work on pottery alongside him. Whoa, wait, hold on. Is this guy grooming? I don't know about this story now. He might be grooming. It says we met a long time back. Hold up, Marco. I've loved pottery from a young age. Now, when she's saying young age, she's saying under the age of 18. And Marco is a ceramic artist in our small Italian town. Shit be happening in a small Italian town, what I heard.
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams.
That's what I heard. Word on the street. I'd often run to his studio. So she don't have a car, so she's running. She's obviously underage. I'd run to his studio. Oh, hey, Marco, can I get on the pottery wheel? To his studio just to work on pottery alongside him. Jesus, Marco, what is this? Spending time with him felt natural and inspiring. Jesus. This email's starting to take a turn. I'm starting to really doubt Marco right now. Hold on, let me see how it's a 43-year-old age gap. She's 21. He's 64. Marco is grooming. Marco is grooming this girl. Where is it at? Where did I leave off at? Jesus, what am I reading now? Okay. I realized my feelings were serious after many open conversations we made and conscious mutual decision to be together legally in our country. It wasn't rushed or impulsive. So she highlighted legally in our country. Her ass was 16 years old when they got together. I guarantee you that. She was 16 or 17. Could have even been 15 when they got together. Marco ass Marco was in his 50s. What am I reading? Marco was in his 50s when he got allegedly with like a 15-year-old. Because she said legally in our country. It wasn't rushed or impulsive. Okay. Man, what am I reading? By the time COVID hit during the first massive outbreak in Italy, we were already into our romantic... Jesus Christ. We were already... Man, this is hard to read. We were already into our romantic relationship. Tragically, my parents passed away due to the virus. No, they passed away because they knew Marco was clapping. Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty cheeks. They were like, damn, my little baby. And they in the next room, and Marco is lighting her ass up. And daddy had a heart attack, and so did mama. That period was incredibly tough, and thankfully Marco stood by. So now Marco got her. Marco might have poisoned him too. So you might want to watch out for his ass. Marco's like, I'm going to have her all to myself. Those parents, they got to go. So now, girls, when there's a tragedy, women get increasingly horny, but then they're in a heightened state of emotionally intensive feelings right there. So they're in a heightened state. Their emotions are in a heightened state. And Marco looks like he took advantage of that. He was definitely grooming on this one from what I'm reading. Jesus, Marco. So Marco could have possibly deleted the family, the mom and dad, so he can have her, allegedly, so he can have her to himself. And now he got her, and now she's like, he's like, look, you have nowhere else to go. Go ahead. You can go ahead and get with a younger guy. It's probably going to fail. Just stay with me, Marco. I've comforted you. I've supported you. And now I'm about to put a little Marco inside of you when I fill you up with premium octane. Woo! With no other close family around. Yeah, this guy's something else. Moving in with Marco was the most natural choice. Of course it was. Some say it was fate or even divine protection during my vulnerable years. I felt safe. All right, let me get back. We got married in November 2022 in a quiet ceremony. It was just the two of us, a local priest and a photographer, of course. No big crowd, simply meaningful, but just a moment that felt true to us. Of course, Marco doesn't want anybody around. Of course he does it. He wants you all to himself. Look, man, you're young. This guy, he's molding your mind like Gumby. He knows exactly what he's doing. I don't know if Marco's a good guy, man. From what I'm reading, I'm starting to doubt that he's a good guy. I mean, he's an older guy. Maybe he can't. I mean, he's doing the age gap thing. That's a good thing. I push age gap. But, I mean, the way that he got into this age gap with the death and moving in with, she was probably underage when he moved in, and he's hitting those cheeks at a young age. Yes, it's probably legal in that country. Look at the age of consent in the Philippines. I ain't even going to say that right now. That is highly disturbing. And trust me, when I go to the Philippines, look, my girl is definitely of age, okay? So let's not even try to get into some shit like that. Man, this is crazy. Yes, we face judgment and criticism. Many focus only on the age gap and question everything about our story. Exactly. There's something going on. Well, yeah, obviously there's something going on here. Marco could have deleted your damn parents, and the fact that they gone, you could have deleted your parents. You could have helped in it. Because young girls, man, when they're at an impressionable age like that, and they have a guy that's more mentally, his frontal brainstem has developed. He can be more manipulative. He can be more scheming, cunning. He could see a situation and be like, hey, man, I can manipulate this to get rid of the parents. I can take her. She's highly vulnerable to me, and I can get her. She'll be with me for the rest of my life. It could be a situation like that, man. So, of course, you face judgment, and you should face judgment and criticism because people want to know what the hell is actually going on here. I was told about this subreddit by a friend we recently acquainted. Okay. I don't want to read all that. To all couples here navigating age gap relationship, I just want to say you are okay. That has nothing else to do with this story. So pretty much, this is a messed up story, man. I thought this was actually going to turn out to be a good story. This ain't a good story.
Nope.
It looks like this guy was grooming her. It looks like both of the parents died from COVID. Both of them. Really? Now, we know that back in the COVID day, at least for the U.S., we know that I heard of a story where a guy was in a motorcycle accident. He passed away tragically, and they list the cause of death as COVID. So we know that they were doing these things around the CV-19 time. Now, I know the U.S. was doing it. I'm sure it was happening in other countries too. There was people in hospice, right? People already in hospice. They were about to go to the upper room for whatever cause, from whatever, serious illness they had or disease. And then they just happened to get COVID. They pass, and they list on the death certificate the cause of death is COVID. What if this was a situation where maybe they got poisoned, but they had COVID, so they listed the cause of death as COVID? Because we know, if you're not stupid, then you actually know CNN had a death tracker up there. What the hell? I mean, come on, a death tracker? It's like they really wanted those COVID numbers to be pushed up. And I don't want to get into this because YouTube might not like this shit. They wanted those numbers to get pushed up, okay? So everything, anything, anytime they could list somebody with the CV-19 that passed away, even if they had it and they didn't pass away from that, they would list it as that because they wanted those numbers pushed up. So what if this other country, Italy, was doing the same thing? What if the parents had CV-19, they got poisoned, the government found, or the hospital or whoever, picked the bodies up and tested it, they found out they had CV-19 and they just ignored the poison in their system and said, oh, they passed from CV-19. Both parents passed. Marco is grooming. Dude, this story is horrible, man. Well, I'm glad I could read stuff like this and really get into it. And these stories, man, I don't read these stories. I just see a topic, and honestly, a lot of times it pops up on my phone because my phone's listening to me. Everybody, your phone's listening to you, right? I'll tell you a thing to do right now. Do this right now, right? Think about a destination you want to go to, right? Just think about a destination. Maybe you haven't been there. Maybe you've been there before. I don't know. Think about a destination, right? Talk about that destination for about 2 minutes. Just keep talking about it, saying, oh, I want to go to this place, but name the place off. Keep naming the place. Go onto your Facebook and see if there is an advertisement for that place. Just try it. It's happened to me multiple times. Just try it. So my phone's listening to me. And I wonder who the hell that is. My phone's listening to me, and it's pulling up the story. So, like, when I get on my phone, it instantly has these stories, and this is one of the stories that was up there. That was very disturbing, but I'm glad I got into it. Okay, so now let's keep on with the age gap thing, and we're going to get into this story right here. Well, actually, it's not a story. It's just a guy. Now, I just told you, man, there's ways that you want to age gap, and there's ways that you don't want to age gap. I think this is one of the ways that you actually don't want to age gap, and it's a little skit. Actually, I don't even know if it's a skit. I think this is actually real, and the girl, she documents their relationship step by step, and she talks about what it's like to be dating an older man. I know there's another couple that does that is wildly popular. This ain't them, but they actually could be popular, very popular too, because I see a lot of their skits popping up, and it says they have 155,000 likes. So, yes, they are very popular. I'm going to play this, and I don't think this is the way that you want to age gap, and I'll explain why after it's done.
Hey, babe, I'm ready. Come on, I'm ready to go. I got all my outfits. I got like 10 outfits.
So who?
I got 10 outfits. You told me to get what I would need.
I ain't tell you get no 10 outfits.
Okay, let's go. Let me get it on out of there.
I'm having a problem getting my card out.
You got a problem? Let me help you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, hurry up and get it out. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you when I cash out.
Now, I explained it earlier when I was talking about that very disturbing Marco story that took a disasterly twist. I didn't know it was going to twist like that. It was twisting like Simone Biles in the Olympics, man. Freaking this, I don't think this is the way that you would age gap. This is a certain way that he's doing. Now, he's crossing over. I'm going to call this a crossover because he's trying to do two things at the same time, and it's probably not going to work out. Now, I said earlier, you can definitely lead with your money when you're trying to seriously age gap or if you're just trying to age gap to have fun. Leading with your money is just to get you in the door. That's all it's doing. And you might have to do that when you're age gapping so the young girl, because they want money out here right now, so the young girl actually knows that you're serious. Don't ask me. That's just the way that they think. Oh, you're serious about me, so you bought me a purse. You bought me this. Oh, you sent me like $200 on Cash App. So that makes me serious about you. So you can go one or either way. You can't just mesh it in the middle. What he's doing, he's meshing it in the middle. He's trying to lead with his money. And he's trying to have this girl be a serious situation, but she's actually using him for his money.
She's using you for your money. Let her use me for my money. Yes. Let her use me for my money.
Now, there's nothing wrong with letting her use you for your money, but if she's using you for your money, that's when you want to be in just a fun age gap relationship. If she's not just using you for your money and she likes other things about you, that's when you can take it to a serious age gap relationship. Now, I'm going to play this again and you'll see. Listen to what I just said. He's trying to lead with his money, probably put this into a serious age gap relationship, but the problem is that she's mainly using him for his money. Now, if he took her out shopping, right, and she was like, and it shows because she went and bought 10 outfits, and he said, oh, I didn't tell you to buy 10 outfits, but she did it anyway. She's like, I don't care what you think. I'm going to do it anyway because I'll pull this snatch away from you. I'll pull this snappy nappy dugout away from you, and I'll go give it to Pookie over there real quick, okay? Or I'll go get me another older man. So it makes him limited on options, and that's what she's thinking, okay? So he's trying to mesh it in the middle. If she wasn't just primarily using him for his money, just say like if he gave her the debit card, he said, look, go try on a couple outfits, go try on 3. And she was super appreciative and she only got 2 outfits. You said, oh, no, baby, I told you go get 3. Go get, you know something? Matter of fact, now I want your ass to get 5 outfits, okay? And she's like, oh, my God, I can't wait to get home because
Bow, 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 bow. Y'all some booty jams.
that's when she's not using you for your money. She's surprised that you actually did that. Now, the money is a part of the glue helping to keep it together, but it's not the main thing. Do you see what I'm saying? Get it, got it good. I'm going to play it again, see if you can see what he's doing.
Hey, babe, I'm ready. Come on, I'm ready to go. I got all my outfits. I got like 10 outfits.
So who?
I got 10 outfits. You told me to get what I would need.
I ain't tell you get no 10 outfits.
Okay, let's go.
And see right there, he's like, I'm sure he's having fun doing this. Okay, yeah, he's getting his jollies off because he's like, yeah, I can pay for this girl. I like seeing her smile, and I like seeing her wear these different outfits, modeling them in front of me. But look, man, he looks like he's at a disadvantage right here. He's like, I guess I'll pay for it anyway. And she knew that she got him, bro.
Got him! Got him!
So that would be the problem with this. That would be the problem with this. Now, I wouldn't have any problem if he said, you know something, take 2 outfits back. I only told you to get 8. And she said, okay, sorry, daddy, I'll go do it. And she took the outfits back. Okay, now it would be better. But the fact that she's just like, nah, I'm going to get these outfits and you're going to pay for them and he's digging in his pockets, well, that's kind of an L.
Let me get it on out of there.
I'm having a problem getting my card out.
You got a problem? Let me help you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, hurry up and get it out. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you when I cash out.
Yeah, I'll see you when I cash out. You stay your old ass right on up over there. You meet me at the door when I cash out and I got 10 bags in my hand or whatever. So we're going to go right back to that guy. And this looks like a skit. This is probably definitely a skit. And it looks like I think it's him. Is it him? Maybe it's not. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to check this out. It says older man gets shamed dating a younger woman. It looks like the same guy. You know something? Let me do some research real quick. I'm going to take that off. Let me do some quick research.
Hey, babe, I'm ready.
It's not the same guy, but it looks like the same guy.
She's grown.
Because it's not under the same Instagram name. So maybe they changed names. I don't know. Anyway, okay, well, let's check this guy out.
And I'm grown. Right? So how is it any of your business? See, it's women like you.
Like the 28
It's the
deck?
older, baggage-filled women like you that's always worried about a successful man
this is gonna
and what he
sell.
does.
Oh my God, this
You're
is-
worried about a
keep it-
successful
keep
man
it
because we
rolling.
don't want you.
Keep it rolling.
We
Oh,
don't want you.
wow. Keep it
Right?
rolling.
You
Keep it
washed
rolling.
up.
Oh,
You got
my
too
God.
much baggage. Okay, you got your education and all that, but that's not enough.
So
That's not enough.
what's not- so what is it
Successful
that you
men
want?
don't deal with women like you.
Oh my God. So
We
what
deal
is
with
it?
young women that
What
aren't
is it?
tainted,
Uh-huh.
young women that aren't tainted,
Tainted.
and all the aunties are trying to
Okay.
give them advice, but they single.
Oh.
Are you a
It's
single
okay.
auntie?
I'm not a single auntie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I tried
all
the
right.
next one,
Okay.
but guess what? I'm about to be even more paid once this video gets out.
Look,
Yeah. I thought we was
let's go. Look,
negotiating.
okay, it's about money.
It's about the
10
money.
minutes.
Okay, so put the camera all the way
Okay.
away,
Give me- I can't hear you.
and we'll handle that. Okay. So what you need, auntie?
I just need 100,000.
Auntie, you're not gonna get 100,000
What can
right
I?
now,
You got 500
right?
right now. 500 right now.
Yeah, I
Is
got
that-
500 right now.
Okay, that's what we talking about.
Okay, well,
Okay, yeah.
I tell you what,
That'll work.
put this away. She's grown.
I don't know if this was a skit or not, but ain't nobody walking around with that damn $500 in their pocket anymore. But I'm going to tell you something about this man. Let me tell you something about this goddamn man right here, okay? This man living his best life, okay? This man living real good. He got him a nice young hood rat in the back over there. Okay, if this ain't a skit, and some woman actually walked up, because you see a guy like this, he's wearing orange. This guy's gonna stand out real nice. He's really standing out. He got the chain on. He got his beard on fleek. He might got a Gucci belt. I don't know what that is. It's like a H. So that could be something else. It could be a Carolina Herrera belt. I don't even know if they make belts. But this guy's looking real good. So if this ain't no skit right here, man, and you got just some normie woman walking up to him and trying to shame him, the problem isn't him. The problem is the woman that's walking up trying to shame him, she don't got him. That's the whole damn problem. This guy's shining and stuff. And you see his girl in the background. She's doing exactly, that's a good damn woman right there. She's doing exactly what she need to do. You know something? Because she ain't trying to fight with this hood rat that's, trying to film this guy. She's just doing her hair. She's like, I ain't got nothing to do with this. My man got it. And apparently it looks like he does actually have the situation under control. He said he gonna peel off a couple $100, slap it in her greasy palm, and get the hell out of there.
I'm out of here.
Let's look at a little bit of this once again.
And I'm grown. Right? So how is it any of your business? See, it's women like
you're
you.
like the 28
It's the
deck?
older, baggage-filled women like you that's always worried about a successful man
this is gonna
and what he
sell.
does.
Oh my God.
You're worried about a
Keep it-
successful
keep
man
it
because we
rolling.
don't want you.
Keep it rolling.
We don't want you.
Now it looks like they're at a hotel resort and they're just chilling, man. This guy is he got his shit together. This dude got some money right here. Look at it. You know how I know? You know how I know he got his stuff together? Because look, I'm advanced. Look at his fingernails. His fingernails are clean. They ain't dirty. He ain't got that coke sniffing thing. He ain't got that long coke pinky nail. Okay, he's got a manicure. Okay, mani-pedi. He's clean. He probably smell like Bond number 9 centerpiece. Probably something that I would wear. And his girl's back there. She's doing so. They're at a resort right here. They got the big fan. They probably could be out of the country. Definitely, probably not in the United States, but they could possibly be. And he's being shamed wherever he is because this girl does not have him.
Keep it
Right,
rolling.
you
Keep it
washed
rolling.
up,
Oh
you got
my
too
God.
much baggage. You got your education and all that, but that's not enough.
So
That's
what-
not enough.
what's not- so what is it
Successful
that you
men
want?
don't deal with women like you.
Oh my God. So
We
what
deal
is
with
it?
young women that
What
aren't
is it?
tainted,
Uh-huh.
young women that aren't tainted,
Tainted.
and all the aunties are trying.
Okay, so I'm had to cut him off right there. We actually deal with young women that's tainted. It is. We deal with young women that's tainted. Okay. Now I have actually took my talents and I have went overseas to the Philippines where some of the women aren't as tainted, but their ass is still tainted too. And I realize that, but they're just tainted in a less way than Americanized women are. And it's okay. I'm good with that. Everything's cool. Everything's popping. Good things popping and little shit dropping. Okay. Take my talents over there, but they're all tainted. That's the thing. So that's probably something that he needs to realize. Unless they're coming from a different country, like way out there in the province, where there ain't nothing but sticks, stones, lion, tigers, and bears, me oh my, and they don't have internet, then they might not be tainted. But if they get a phone in their hand, hey, bro, you can count that as an L. They're gonna be tainted. Okay, so all these women are tainted. It's fine. We're good with that. I'm not even in the business of shaming tainted women. I love tainted women. It is what it is because I told you before, I'm on the Women's Network. I expect these things. I expect this stuff, okay? And I just deal with it accordingly. Yeah, she's tainted. Well, guess what? I opened my video talking about I'm the man with the most flaws in the game. I got more flaws than IKEA furniture. So how am I going to get on her because she's tainted? But I just want to, I want this guy to realize the women that he's dealing with are tainted, but it's okay. It's okay, baby. We roll with the punches. We love it.
Trying to give them advice, but they single.
Oh.
Are you a
Guess
single
what?
auntie?
I'm not a single auntie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
she
the
is.
next one, But guess what? I'm about to be even more paid once this video gets out.
Look.
Yeah. I thought we was.
Let's go.
She about to be even more paid. Her ass gonna make $15 off this video, and she's still gonna be in the hood, you know what I'm saying, banging pookies.
Look, okay. It's about money.
It's about the money.
Okay, so put the camera all the way
Okay,
away.
the camera's
and,
away.
and we'll handle that, okay? So what you need, auntie?
I just need 100.
Okay, yeah, I need $100,000. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Nope.
That's definitely not gonna happen. Okay, man, should I cut this video off right now? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right now because it's getting kind of long. I want to save these other videos for another age gap dating video. Anyway, Black Suburban Dad Reviews. Tell a friend to like and subscribe to the video. You like and share the video. Black Suburban Dad Reviews. The man with the most flaws in the game. The man with more flaws than IKEA furniture. And I wear that shit as a badge of honor. Peace. I'm out.